1212. We are outside today on today's cheat code to test out the JMaz lighting cold sparks. So I'm going to show you how to hook it up, how to clean it out. I have a prom send-off coming up this weekend that I'm going to be using these on. So I said what a good time to actually use the JMaz cold spark. So let's get into it on today's cheat code. Okay, first I'm going to show you what I keep in the box. Not necessarily everything that comes with it, but these are the things that I keep in the box. So let's check it out. Alright, so this is a case. Inside the case you have two cold spark machines and some other things that I like to keep in here. So let's take them out. These are the Firestorm F3 by JMaz. So I have two of these. They're single shots, so it sprays one shot each of cold sparks in the air. So you get those. I keep my powder in this container to keep it dry. Sometimes I bring some gaffer's tape so you can tape down cords. I also keep a funnel so you can funnel the cold spark powder into the machine, and a lot of cords. And my number one thing that I do carry is a small fire hydrant. Never had to use it, but just in case. I've seen some horror stories. People are really worried about cold sparks, but they're cold sparks, they don't catch fire. All right, you get your two remotes for each of the systems, or your receivers and your remotes. And that's all that you really need. You have power cables. So the power cables look like this. So the Spicon power cable, Spicon to power. And then I keep some extra cabling, rags, things of that nature around in the box. Let's hook it up. On the Firestorm F3 by JMaz, you have your fuse, your on and off switch. You have your controller, which is this. You have an update, the USB port for updates, your DMX in, your DMX out, so you can daisy chain these or multiples of these to go off at the same time, or you can simply you can set the remote to one remote to all of them if you wanted. And then you have your Spicon power in and your Spicon power out if you wanted to go power out into another. Then you have your LED screen, your menu, up and down, and enter. There is a card indicator. Whenever you put new powder in, you have to scan the card in first to get more time, because each powder pack comes with a certain amount of time on it. So you would have to scan the card that comes in with the kit, or when you purchase more powder. All right, so let's go ahead and install the controller here. It has a magnetic top, and you put that on top like that. Okay, this hole is where these sparks come out of, and this hole with the screw on it is where you fill it. So I do have a little bit of powder left in there, but as you can see, we'll get that to work. So that's what this video mainly is about. I need to clean it out, make sure it's gonna run for Saturday. But we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try and just do a dry run with it as is, and if it does not work, we'll clean it out and I'll show you how to do that. But generally, these have been kept in. I've cleaned it thoroughly once before, so these have been kept in pretty good shape, and then I'll shoot them up and we'll see how it goes. All right? Okay, so generally it takes about 15 minutes for it to heat up. So you do have to allow time for the cold sparks to heat up, but you do have to allow that time to do it. Right now I have it set to heat. As soon as those lights turn green, we'll fire them off. I set them up on two different remotes, but you could daisy chain the two. Generally I'm standing off to the side when the kids come out for the prom, and I shoot them up in the air when they're ready to go. So we'll get to it as soon as those heat up. We'll get started. Okay, so we've been waiting for this light to turn green. It was yellow as it's warming up, so I put it in warm-up mode. The box needs to warm up before it goes. This is where you pour the powder in. So if I unscrew this, which I probably shouldn't while this is hot, but we're going to. That's where the granulars are, or the powder. Yeah, I need the mulch, so don't talk about my mulch. All right, and here is where the cold sparks will come out of. There is some grinders in the inside that'll turn those, get them hot, and then spit the granulars out. It'll be cold, so to touch, so you could hold your hand over it. You'll feel the dust, but there's no heat to it at all. So that one's set, that one's set. If you look, I have them, and this is probably gonna be a similar situation that I set up during prom. I have them right at the steps, so as they come down the steps, they'll be able to get the cold sparks, get the photos with the cold sparks, and that's where I use the tape. I'll probably just tape this along the steps, so that way the pictures come out clean. All right, on the remote, there's a timer for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. We're gonna go with a 10-second spark, so here we go.
Thank you for the show.
You're welcome. Just some people checking out the work. So you see one shot off, one did not. So we're gonna give it time to warm up again, and we're gonna do 10 seconds on each. So I'll start this one. And that's what we're testing. As you can see, one of them doesn't shoot off, so I gotta clean it. So let's get to cleaning. Okay. So one problem I've had before is that I did not have enough power going to the spark. So I think that might be the same scenario here. May not be enough power going to that particular spark. So I tried to plug it up to another one. Right now it's reheating. It should be done pretty soon, and we'll try it again. All right, still no go. I gotta clean them out. So there you go. So I'm gonna have to show you how to clean them out, and then we'll go from there. Cheat code. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take them apart to show you how to clean it out, how to get it running again, make it efficient, so that way there's no issues when you run them off. So unfortunately, I gotta take these things apart, gotta clean them out really good. You should clean out the dust every time after every use. You should clean the dust out, because the dust gets stuck in the grinds, and that is what is locking them up. It disables the turning spindle from allowing it to shoot up the spark. So we're gonna clean them out. Haven't used it probably since late last year, so it needs to be clean. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get them going again. It's getting late, so I probably won't be able to shoot them off tonight, but I will show you what they look like when they are complete.
Ooh, marvelous.
Twix, come on! Come on! Let me see you shake off. 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 Get to the club. Let me see you shake off. Get your.
Okay, so now that I have the side removed from the cold sparks machine, this is really what we're looking at here. This is the spindle that actually grinds up the granulars and shoots them out. So if this is stuck, so if this belt, if you can't pull that up and down, that means it's granular stuck in the gears, and you really have to like work this in order to get it unstuck. So I did a little tugging, and for me, it's pretty smooth. All right, you may have to get a pair of pliers and work it back and forth, but really you're just trying to make sure those granulars are broken up so this can rotate. If that doesn't rotate, you'll get no sparks. And that's how you really clean it out. You make sure you dump out all the granulars, and then you work this belt. Once that belt is worked, you're ready to go, and it's ready to be put back together and shot off. So there you are. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what other cheat codes you'd like to see or hear. Thanks for joining. I know this one's a little different, but we're outdoors, right? We're mobile DJs, and most of us. And sometimes maybe some of you wanted to get some cold sparks. So here's the woes of it, as you can see. On today's, well, thank you for joining today's cheat code.